What's up, Josh?
Hey, what's up, man? Not
How you
much.
doing, dog?
Getting ready.
Hey, you got a little bit of a different glow to you right now. I see your face. You look like you got that championship glow on you.
Uh, you know, just feeling great, man. Fight week.
You know, I remember talking to you when you first started. And I remember a fighter meeting we did, and you walked in and you were so young and we were at the UFC Apex and we're upstairs in that conference room, and you
Yeah.
started speaking about wrestling and you go, I'm doing this thing and I haven't even started wrestling yet. And now we fast forward not many years ahead and you're a world champion. Has this happened faster than you might have imagined, Josh? I knew you always were confident, but to be the world champ this quickly, are you a bit surprised?
Nah, man. I actually thought I was gonna beat John Jones record, and then I took that loss back in 2024 or something. Yeah, and that kind of hold me back, but I'm okay being with the second youngest, so it's cool.
So what happened in the last fight? What happened? Why didn't you guys fight in Miami? Somebody got hurt. I don't know exactly who it was. Well, did you get hurt? What happened?
Yeah, it's a minor injury that we had to go through in fight camp. So the coaches, they wanted to call off sooner, a lot sooner, but I keep telling them, hey man, I can fight through this. Let me just finish my camp, and then they just decided without me, all the coaches and my manager, and then they call me outside, just tell me they call it off.
Sometimes that's why they're in that place though, right? Because they're
Yeah.
the people that are responsible for the athlete. Because especially when you're your age, you almost feel invincible, and so you think you can just get through anything. So that's why those guys are in that place. When that happened, right,
Yeah.
and the fight got delayed, did you think it would still be Tatsuro Tyra, or did you kind of wonder, well, what about Pantoja, who obviously you guys had the last fight that happened? Did you know that it would stay him, or was there ever a thought that maybe Pantoja would try to sneak back in there to try to find himself back fighting for the title?
Nah, I think it's always Tesuro, because like Pantoja, man, he got to get in camp and stuff like that. There's no way, what I mean, he gonna be ready in that timeline. So I always know, even if they reschedule it, like it's always gonna be Tesuro.
So let's go back to that championship winning fight, right?
Yeah.
It happens in a way that is, uh, I can't speak for you, but not the way that you would want it to happen. But I don't care. You won the fight. What was the immediate feeling? I saw the joy, right? Oh my God, I'm a world champion. But when it settled into your mind, like, what was your feeling after becoming the world champion after that injury happened?
Well, to be honest, it was a confused moment, right? I was like, what's going on? And the ref stopped it, and I didn't know whether I win or not. I thought it was gonna be like what is it called, a DQ or whatever
Yeah, yeah,
it's
no
called,
contest.
contest. And then I was like, fuck it. So I celebrate, and then I came back down. I was on the cage, and I came back down. I look at the screen, and I saw his arm, and I was like, oh. And then I told him I'm sorry. He said I'm sorry. We gonna fight again and things like that. So uh, you know,
Hey, but let's say this. Let's just be completely honest, right?
yeah,
He's going back to the ground based off an action that you caused going back to the ground. He didn't just fall, right? If we're
yeah,
being
yeah,
completely honest, right? He tried the head kick, he caught the kick, went to drive him to the ground, he posted and his elbow came out. It's not like he just fell down, right? So when everybody's like, oh, Pantoja got hurt, I get
yeah.
it, he did. It was unfortunate, but that was off of one of your actions that caused him to go to the mat and got hurt.
Yeah, yeah, when he landed that kick, like I kind of like not just block it, but like push it. I
Yep.
think that kind of like forced him to fall in that way. And like I said, man, like when we do jujitsu, that's the first thing they taught us, not to fall like that.
Yeah,
And
don't push him.
he's a black belt, and I think he should know how to fall.
Hey, Josh, I'm a professional faller. After all the wrestling, like I know how to fall in so many
Yeah,
situations. It's crazy.
I know,
Um,
man. It's crazy.
yeah. So then you get the call. It's Tatsuro Taira, tough guy, beats Brandon Moreno last time in the way that he did on the
Yeah.
same fight night, right? Did you know, like, I think it'll be this guy next? And when you look at Tyra, like, what do you see, right? What do you make of Tatsuro Tyra, the fighter?
Tesuro, like Tesuro is a great fighter. You know what I mean? He's a well-rounded guy, and he is. A lot of people know him for his ground game, but he got a little bit of striking too. So he's a well-rounded guy, and he's like another Pantoja but younger. So that like I really want to test myself against someone like Tesuro. I think that would show the world that I'm the best in this flyweight.
And you got to make it. Is it safe to say, Josh, that if this fight is contested on the feet, you're winning completely? But it gets tougher. I'm not saying he beats you, but it gets tougher if you're spending extended periods of time on the ground. So you want to make this a boxing type of contest because your boxing is as good as anyone. I told you what Andre Ward told me after watching you fight down in Houston. That's crazy. Big compliment.
Yeah, I mean, stand up ground. We are well prepared for everything. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people see my ground game, so this might be my time to show my ground game. 5 years of training on my ground. Come on,
Well, it's not that people don't get to see your ground game, it's because nobody can take you down, which to me is actually
there you
surprising because
go.
you said I never wrestled until I started fighting.
Yeah, never. I mean, until right before I got to the UFC, basically, like
Yeah,
I
right
was
before you
training
got
in
to
the
the UFC.
garage. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy how good you got at defending takedowns. Um, this week you are the co-main event to one of the most bad blood, intense type of situations that we have seen come across the UFC in a long time. How's that feeling? The fight week vibe as you've gotten to New Jersey, knowing that you are on one of the bigger cards of the year.
I I feel the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about security and all this other stuff, but I feel safe, man. I got my team. Yeah, I got my team with me. You know what I mean? So uh, I don't feel like I just feel the same, bro. I don't know.
Well, you go. What the safety issue gonna be is whenever you and Tatsuro are in the middle of Sean and Hamzat, because I think those guys got to be on the edge of the press conference. And if them dudes get at each other, it's gonna be crazy up there. I hope you got your bouncer shirt with you to try to stop somebody from fighting up there, man.
Man, I don't know if that ever happened. Then I'll take my phone out and start recording. You
Yeah,
know what I
start
mean?
like,
Get
world
a better
star,
thing. Yeah,
hey,
yes, sir.
world star, like
Yes,
world
sir.
star. Josh,
Yeah.
how much has life changed though as you now the UFC world champion?
Life is great, man. Is taking care of my family and things like that is a lot better. But in general, man, life's still the same. Still keeping the same people around me and things like that. So pretty much the same.
One of the greatest boxing champions of all time said, "It's tough to get up and run 5 miles." Marvin Hagler, if is when you're sleeping on satin sheets, so that's why champions fail. I
Mm,
feel like this new era of champion now can stay motivated, can know that the goal, while it is accomplished, they continue to move the finish line back. I felt like every time I defended a title, Josh, I would get home on Monday, I would mow my yard, I would feel great, right? Like I'd
mm,
accomplished something. But on Tuesday, Wednesday, my mind started shifting right back to the next thing. So there was never any real like settling in terms of
mm.
my career. How do you do that, right? As you became the champion, how quickly did you move forward to what's next? Or were you able to live in that accomplishment a little bit?
Well, like being a champion, right at the top is like now that I know everybody trying to, take that away from me. So I work even harder, man. Even the coaches, they push me a little harder, and waking up early in the morning to go put in work is never hard for me. You know what I mean? And if I don't do that, I get bored anyway. So you know what I mean? It's good for me.
I don't think that I could be a champion at your age. Money and all that. I would have been just too wild, man. How you not just a wild boy out there in Texas, dog? How? How are you not just wilding out take? You the man, right? You the man right now. You like one of those, you like the basketball dudes down in Texas because you're a world champion. How you stand grounded? You got a girlfriend or somebody that keep you on track, boy?
Nah, it's the coaches. The coaches,
That's
my mom.
crazy.
Yeah.
If I was your age, a world champ with no girlfriend, the world would be in trouble for me. Boy, I tell you that. Uh,
Yeah.
Josh, I had a conversation before I let you go. What does Saturday night look like to you? What's your expectation? And people would say you're not the champ until you defend the champ. Do you agree with that? And also, what do you think Saturday night feels like for you?
Saturday, the world will see, that I am the best in this division. You know what I mean? So, come fight day, I expect him to bring his A game, and I'll bring my A game, and we're gonna find out who's the better man that night.
And do you agree with that? You're not the champ until you defend the belt.
No, I am the champ, and
Hey, Ric
I'm.
Flair said that. Everybody,
Yeah,
everybody taking some shit Ric Flair said and making it like a true thing whenever they just decided in the back room that Ric Flair would be the
yeah,
champion. He didn't have to win. They just thought, okay,
yeah.
Rick, you get the belt today. You get to defend it. Okay. I had a conversation the other day with these
Mm,
guys on my team. And one of the guys on the Ultimate Fighter I'm coaching right now is from a very small country, and he goes, "The United States have 300 million billion people. My country has 7. We all have the same amount of world champions. You only have Justin Gaethje. We only have so and so." I said, "But we have Joshua Van." No, he
yes.
said, "Only Myanmar." I said, "No, Joshua Van is of Myanmar descent. He's an American champion. Can we claim you as an American champion, Joshua Van?"
Yeah, for sure. I'm a Burmese American. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
Burmese. Sorry,
I
Burmese
represent
American.
both. Yes, sir.
Yes. There we go. Thank you for clearing that for me. I cannot wait to show it to the guy. Guys, the champ, Josh Van, takes
Let's
on
go.
Tatsuro Taira this weekend at UFC 328. Watch this young man. He is tremendous as well as he is electric on camera. Until next time, guys, peace. Good luck, champ. Thank you for checking in.